Christmas stories are supposed to warm our hearts, Ian, but I recently discovered one by Dostoevsky that exposes the darkest parts of human nature, a tale where a Christmas party becomes the setting for calculated predation.
That's quite a departure from the usual holiday fare, Pappy. What makes this story so different?
Well, it's called The Christmas Tree and the Wedding, and it centers on this middle aged man, Julian Mastakovich, who attends this lavish Christmas party in the 1840s in Russia. While everyone else is celebrating, he's literally calculating the future dowry of an 11-year-old girl.
Oh my goodness, that's absolutely chilling. How does Dostoevsky reveal this to the reader?
You know what's fascinating? He uses this observer-narrator technique where we slowly discover Mastakovich's true nature. At first, it seems like he's just being friendly to the children, but then the narrator overhears him muttering calculations about compound interest and inheritance. We're talking about 300,000 rubles, which would be millions in today's money.
So he's essentially plotting this child's future while standing next to the Christmas tree. That's quite the contrast.
Exactly. And here's where it gets even darker. 5 years later, the narrator attends a wedding. And guess what? It's that same girl, now barely 16, marrying the much older Mastakovich. His calculated plan worked perfectly.
That really makes you think about how society often normalizes deeply problematic behaviors when they're dressed up in the right social conventions.
And what's really brilliant about Dostoevsky's approach is how he uses this Christmas setting, traditionally a time of giving and innocence, to highlight the corruption. You got all these wealthy families, this beautiful party, but underneath it's all about social climbing and exploitation.
The timing seems particularly pointed, using the season of giving to expose all this taking.
hmm And you know what makes this story still so relevant? We still see this kind of thing today, maybe not with arranged marriages, but definitely in how wealth and status determine people's choices in relationships.
That's such a good point. It's like holding up a mirror to our own society, even though it was written over 170 years ago.
Well, what really strikes me is how Dostoevsky packs so many layers into this relatively short story. There's the surface narrative about the Christmas party and the wedding, but beneath that, there's this scathing critique of materialism and how society commodifies everything, even childhood innocence.
How does he manage to make such a powerful statement in such a short format?
Um, he uses these really precise details, like the way Mastakovich's eyes light up when he hears about the inheritance, or how the other party guests are all caught up in their own social climbing. It creates this environment where his behavior, while extreme, doesn't seem entirely out of place.
So, in a way, he's indicting the entire social system, not just one predatory character.
Exactly. And you know what else is fascinating? The way this story completely subverts our expectations of what a Christmas story should be. Instead of redemption, we get corruption. Instead of generosity, we get greed. It's like an anti Christmas story that actually reminds us what Christmas should be about by showing us its complete perversion.
That's really making me think about how we use celebrations and social occasions today, how often they become networking opportunities or chances to advance personal agendas.
Right? And in the end, that might be what makes this story so enduring. It's not just a critique of 19th century Russian society, it's a warning about how easily we can lose sight of what really matters, how celebrations of joy and innocence can become covers for the darkest aspects of human nature.
Well, Pappy, that's definitely going to change how I look at Christmas parties from now on.
You know what they say, Ian? Sometimes it takes a story like this to make us more aware of what might be happening beneath all that festive cheer and sparkling tinsel. Though maybe we should keep this particular tale away from the children's holiday reading list.